We're on Union Boulevard here, gorgeous, warm early October evening here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I just left the McDonald's over here on Union Boulevard. And the event that they just had there is something I've been wanting to cover for about a year now. It's just at the different locations and the times it was very difficult. But finally, this one was from 5 to 7 here at the McDonald's. I hit this McDonald's a lot for great user Wi-Fi, get work done, etc. And the event was Coffee with a Cop. Now, what really caught my attention about this is, first off, the magazine does officially support all first responders, police, firefighters, paramedics. It officially supports all first responders, like I just said. So the Coffee with a Cop, I read one of the events, the description of one of the events earlier this year, and it's basically different businesses here in the Lehigh Valley and other locations. They get together with the local police department to bring the police out into the community where they're not patrolling, they're not, on the clock doing their jobs, and to bring them out in a purely social environment so that the community can meet their local law enforcement and ask them questions, joke around with them in, like I said, just a purely social, fun environment. And the entire staff here at McDonald's and the Allentown Police Department, this was, I mean, honestly, you can hear me laughing. I had a great time. I had a great time at this. I'm lucky enough to know some of the Allentown police officers, the great men and women who do risk their lives every day for us, honestly. And, it was just great, a great chance to have, actually be able to talk to them without having to worry look, I don't want to hold them up from the patrol, from them getting a call or whatever. They had an amazing turnout for this. I walked in here a little after 5 o'clock, and the place was almost packed. And you had people come out here, and this was a purely family-oriented event, by the way. You had people bringing their kids out, meeting the officers, talking to them and everything. And I actually had a chance to talk to a couple people that were here, and everyone just had a great time. McDonald's was gracious enough to offer everyone a free small cup of coffee, thanks to McDonald's and the Allentown Police Department. And overall, it was just a fun time. And it was something where, one of the things where you see on social media and in the news so many times about when, this cop did this, and this cop did that, and this cop did that. Well, I got news for you. If you come out to these events, you'll realize that these are men and women who are just like everybody else. The reason why a lot of them became police officers, because they wanted to make a difference. They wanted to do something a little more to help their neighbors, their community, their cities and towns be a safer place to live, and be a safer place where everyone can have a chance at a better life, and just enjoy themselves. Now, I did have a chance to speak to the assistant police chief, great gentleman. Had a long conversation with him, took up a lot of his time, and one of the questions I asked, I did have a chance that I was curious about. I said, well, what is the most challenging call that you go on? And he informed me that, he said, he gave me the answer. I want you to ask this question to any of your local law enforcement, no matter where you live. What is their challenge, the most challenging and most dangerous types of calls that they can go on? You might be surprised at some of the responses you get. So if you have a chance, whether it's here in the Lehigh Valley, I believe they're trying to do this across the country. I know in several areas here on the East Coast and in the Northeast. Please attend, if there's an event, Coffee with a Cop, or anything like it, please go out there and meet your local law enforcement officers. Meet them face to face, give them a chance to get to know you, give yourself a chance to get to know them. This way, it makes everything more of a community type environment where you live. And like I said, it was just, and honestly, chances are you'll have a great time at this thing. You may meet some people in your local area you didn't even know. This is a great time. It's a great time for everyone. very, very, very special thank you and much respect to everyone in at the McDonald's and to the Allentown Police Department for organizing this and pulling it off the way you did. They went all out. For the first time, I don't even think I saw the Hamburger as a kid. I think for the first time in my life I saw the Hamburglar there, which was really cool. You know, like I said, so much respect and much gratitude to everyone at McDonald's involved in this, especially the staff there. They were very busy. And to the Allentown Police Department for taking their time away from, you know, their families and their lives and to come out and meet the community and make the extra effort and go the extra distance to say, hey, look, we're here. This is who we are. We're here for you. And to all law enforcement everywhere, thank you very much for the job you do and for keeping us safe and for risking your lives to protect us. Seriously, and that's from the heart. Also, one quick thing, I had a chance to speak to Kathy, who is, I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this, one of the higher level management of, you know, here of McDonald's here in Lehigh Valley. And I was just curious, I said, why did you do this? And this is not a direct quote, I do apologize, you know, I didn't record her response, but, you know, I said, why did McDonald's do this? And part of her response was, she said, because we want to show, you know, we want to give everyone a chance to meet the law enforcement, to show that they, you know, that they are here to protect you, and, you know, we wanted to put a positive, shine a positive light and put a positive spin on local law enforcement, especially in the crazy world we live in today. And if you don't think that we live in a crazy world in society, seriously, we do, honestly. So I completely agree with her. Again, that was not a direct quote. I'm doing it from memory, but it's fairly close. So thank you so much again to the McDonald's here on Union Boulevard, McDonald's in general, for doing this. Thank you so much to the Allentown police officers who showed up for this. You created a great event, a very fun event for everyone, and thank you for going the extra, for making so much of an effort to reach out to the community. Michael Phoenix here, now down here at the Wawa on Union Boulevard and Airport Road. Take care, everyone. And the next time you see a police officer, you'd be surprised how much you can make their day by just looking at them and say thank you for the job you did. Seriously. Just think, without our law enforcement, think of the world we live in.